ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start with the abdominal pelvic cavity first. So this thing right here, diaphragm. That's the diaphragm. You need to know that that's the diaphragm. I'll tell you what. Let me move to the edge so you want to move those books so this way more people could see. Start again. Diaphragm. And so what's this? Liver. Diaphragm, liver. Right now, look at that. That's a deflated balloon, right? That's what I see anyway. What's that deflated balloon called? The gallbladder. Right below the liver here, stomach. What are we missing on this particular cat? We would have loved to see hanging off the edge. That's what's left of it, greater romenta. Okay, so normally we got all of this fat hanging down and connective tissue hanging down, covering all of this, and that would have been greater romenta. Then I would have told you to pull on that greater romenta, keep going laterally, and eventually you would get to the gastrosplenic ligament. There it is, that's the spleen. Okay, huge spleen on this cat. And so next thing you want to do is pull the stomach up here and look at the tissue that's underneath the stomach over here. And what we would love to see down here is pancreas. Oh, there it is. Look at that. He does have a nice pancreas.
Where?
So, I'll show you. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way and hold it there.
That's the mesentery?
Yeah, mesentery proper. And so there's the pancreas. And he has a nice pancreas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's pancreas. And so now what? Okay, if this is stomach, what's this? What's the first thing out of the stomach? Duodenum. And so if that's duodenum, what's this?
The juju.
Mesoduodenum. What's the middle segment of this? Jejunum. Last segment? Ileum. And so now spread that out. What's that? Mesentery proper. Mesentery proper. Excellent. Now we want to follow that toe. Look at this. Here we go. Good. Got to find the beginning. Yeah, and this is what I like to do on the test too. I'll pull it all the way up and out like this, and then I'll hold it in position like that with a pin, and then I'll point to that and I'll say, what's that? That's the cecum. Okay, why is that the cecum? Because all of this is the colon. That's all colon. Okay, or large intestines. Okay, and now, so if that's all colon or large intestines, what's all of this? Mesocolon. Mesocolon, colon, cecum, and notice how we could see the ileum. Literally 90-degree angle going into the cecum. We could clean this up a little bit, might make it a little bit easier to see, but that's the ileum going at 90 degrees, going right into the cecum. Okay, we done now. They've got to go down here. Okay, and so what's this? Urinary bladder. We haven't done this yet, but if you're interested, this is a female cat. That's the uterus. So if you pick up the urinary bladder on a cat and look underneath and you see this thing here, that's the uterus. And they have what's called uterine horns. So do they have fallopian tubes? Yeah, the fallopian tube is just that little thin piece right there. And so that little thing that looks like a seed there, that's the ovary in a cat. And so now if this is uterine horn and uterus, and so what's this? Broad ligament. That's the broad ligament in a cat. Broad ligament of the uterus in a cat. Yeah, I shouldn't even be doing this now because we'll be doing that when we do a reproductive system. But it's right there. I can't stop myself. Okay. So what else? One more thing that we haven't done yet. What's that? Kidney. Left kidney. Right kidney. Notice it's hard to see this kidney. Why? It's retroperitoneal. We did that when we did the peritoneum. It's behind the peritoneum. And so that's the kidney. That's it. That's the organs of the abdominal pelvic cavity that you are responsible for knowing. Now, because we're here and we got all of this, let's do what I just did with the arteries. Heart, aortic arch, right there, aortic arch. So what's the two branches of the aortic arch in cats? Remember, there's only two in cats, three in humans. This one here, brachiocephalic. This one here, left subclavian. Brachiocephalic, three branches. Okay, so what do we have? I'll get this one. Right subclavian, right common carotid. Look at that trachea, isn't that cool? You can actually see the rings. Left common carotid. Okay, what about the branches of the subclavian? I, V, C, T. I, it's broken like I promised you. Internal memory. V, vertebral. C, costal cervical. T, thyrocervical. Now we're out in the axillary region. Axillary artery. VLS, ventral thoracic. You know what? That's broken. But there's long thoracic because it's attached to this skin over here. And there's subscapula. Right there. And then that's brachial. So let's look at the left side. Left subclavian. Internal mammary. I, V, vertebral. It's hard to see vertebral here. You've got to clean that up a little bit more. It's going deep. There it is. See? Hard to see, right? I would clean that up a little bit more for the test, but you can see it going deep right there. That's vertebral. I, internal mammary. V, vertebral. C, costal cervical. And the T, thyrocervical, it's missing. Then we got axillary. VLS, ventral thoracic. There's the hole for the ventral thoracic. It broke. L, long thoracic. Why? Because it's attached to this flap of tissue here. And S, subscapula. That one there, that's subscapula. And so like I said before, if you follow this down and you press right there, I can feel the bone right back there. You heard me just slip off of it. That's the scapula back there. And so now what's this way out here? Brachial. That's it.